What's really going on in hip hop? How did we? Now, today, we have to talk about hip hop's origins. Have other ethnic groups been rewriting the narrative to benefit from the culture without giving proper credit to Black Americans? From the Olympics breakdancing competition to Joe Conzo's claim about documenting hip hop, the same pattern keeps showing up. So, here's the question: who really owns hip hop? And why is there such a resistance to acknowledge the truth? The recent remarks by Fat Joe about FBA, known as Foundational Black Americans, on Math Hoffa's podcast have reignited discussions about anti-blackness within the diaspora and the ongoing erasure of Black American contributions to hip-hop. Fat Joe described FBA as broke black racist, a comment that not only disrespects Black Americans, but also perpetuates a broader system of white supremacy by undermining their cultural identity and contributions.
Their job is to criticize anybody who don't look like them or who ain't Black American. Who are these guys? You want me to say their name? We're going to give them too much clout. I mean, the FBA, Foundational Black Authority, whoever the fuck these broke niggas is. I'm just keeping it a buck, and their shit is to attack everybody on Twitter. You see this nigga who run them? Like, your leader? Oh, man, you gotta be fucking kidding me, man. And so they trying to change the narrative. They're not from New York. Right. So they telling a whole nother story. This was whoopity doop wop. Yo, bro.
The term FBA, coined by Tariq Nasheed, delineates the unique ethnic and cultural identity of Black Americans whose lineage traces back to enslaved Africans brought to the Americas who are native to the New World. It aims to distinguish Black Americans from other ethnic groups within the African diaspora, emphasizing their foundational role in shaping American culture. Fat Joe's comments dismiss this identity and highlights a troubling pattern of appropriation and erasure. While the cultural contributions of Puerto Ricans and other groups are acknowledged, the truth is that hip hop's origins lie firmly in Black American culture. The idea that hip hop is 50-50 creation of Puerto Ricans and Black Americans is a narrative pushed by some but doesn't hold up to historical scrutiny. Long before hip hop as we know it emerged, Black Americans were rapping over beats tracing back to the 1940s and beyond. This rhythmic storytelling evolved into a global cultural phenomenon. Yet, as hip hop became mainstream, its roots have been consistently challenged or co-opted by those who benefit from its popularity. Fat Joe's remarks serve as an example of how some within the diaspora not only benefit from Black culture, but actively contribute to systems that deny Black Americans and Black American culture the recognition they deserve. The Olympics' introduction of breakdancing further exemplifies this erasure. Breakdancing, like the broader hip-hop culture, was born in Black American communities. Yet, the absence of Black American representation in the event spoke volumes. Other groups have co-opted this art form while sidelining its original creators. This echoes the sentiments raised by Fat Joe's comments. How cultural appropriation and anti-blackness within the diaspora work hand in hand to uphold systems of white supremacy. Photographer Joe Conzo, often referred to as the man who took hip-hop's baby pictures, recently sent a cease and desist letter to Tariq Nasheed over the use of his images in Nasheed's documentary Microphone Check. This raises the question, does documenting a culture make you a creator of it? Conzo's photographs are undeniably valuable records of hip-hop's history, but they capture moments created by Black Americans. Conflating documentation with creation is a slippery slope that often leads to the erasure of the actual innovators. From Fat Joe's remarks to the Olympics, to Conzo's legal actions, a troubling pattern emerges. Creators. This raises a critical point. Black Americans must prioritize documenting and controlling their cultural narratives. When others control the documentation, they control the story. And too often, that story gets distorted. Hip-hop, like all Black American creations, is more than just a genre or style. It's a cultural expression rooted in the struggle, resilience, and creativity. Protecting that legacy means not only celebrating it, but ensuring its rightful creators are credited and respected. Fat Joe's comments and the broader conversations around hip-hop's origins reveal deep-seated issues of appropriation and erasure. The cultural contributions of Black Americans deserve acknowledgement, not just for their historical significance, but for their continued influence today. As we delve into these debates, one thing is clear. It's time for Black Americans to take full ownership of their cultural narratives, ensuring that the truth remains intact for future generations. As we reflect on Fat Joe's comments and the deeper history of hip-hop, it becomes clear that this culture, born from the ingenuity, resilience, and creativity of Black Americans, deserve more than erasure or appropriation. It's a reminder that the fight for proper acknowledgement and respect in the music industry is far from over. So, where do we go from here? Do we continue to let the narrative be dictated by those who benefit from anti-Blackness, or do we actively protect the cultural legacy of Black Americans? It's up to us all to demand honesty, accountability, and respect for the true pioneers of hip-hop. So let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think these conversations will lead to change, or are they destined to repeat the same cycles? Thank you for visiting Cloud Negative 9. I'm your host, DJ Selby. And please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share if you care for more hip-hop fashion stories just like this one. I'll catch y'all in the next episode. Peace.